Pull-ups versus pull-downs. What is the best for the biggest back? I don't know how I said all that perfect. All right, the ultimate decision, right? Do I do pull-ups or do I do lat pull-downs? Which one is gonna make my back better and grow more? And the funny thing is if you look up all the science research and data, it'll say, oh wait, hold on, Chris is talking about science? Yes, the science says they're pretty dang on close. Like they almost mirror each other in terms of growth potential. So an actual result. So the answer to me has always been quite simple. We want to do both. So what I thought I would do is let's start with watching me do both, right? So if you look at me do these lat pull downs to start, this is a just outside of shoulder width lat pull down, and they feel absolutely incredible. I'm stable, I'm locked in with the leg pad. I'm able to manipulate my torso so that if I stay more upright, I get a little bit more lat. If I tilt back a little bit more, I get a little bit more terry, so like up underneath my armpits. So if you think about like where you position, where you pull the bar, are you driving down to your lower chest or are you driving to your collarbone area? And then where your elbows are finishing, you're able to manipulate that a lot more, in my opinion, because you're stabilized with the lat support. So the lat pull down, not only does it offer you more stability, it also offers you different options as far as the grip spacing, right? So you can choose different attachments to go overhand, to go wide, to go narrow, to go supinated, to go neutral. And again, you can take your hands in and out based upon the attachment you put on. And if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I tend to like neutral grip pull downs as well as semi-supinated grip pull downs, as that just gives me a little bit more activation and connectivity to my back and a little less rear delt. So with pull downs, to me, those are the pros, right? The pros for pull-ups are gonna be, it forces my core, abs, low back, and entire body to be stabilized through my own body. And in turn, they're harder. Anyone can come in day one and do lat pull downs. Not everyone can jump up on this pull-up bar like you could see me do here and just crank reps. Like that takes strength acquisition, and that only comes through hard work. Also, it comes from being lean, because obviously if you're carrying a bunch of excess body fat, then of course it's gonna be harder because you're heavier. Now, what you're gonna say next is, oh Chris, you could use the assisted pull-up. And that to me is a good bridge in between the two, right? Because if I'm on an assisted pull-up, I instantly get stability, I also get help, and it's not as hard. So to me, when you're talking about pull downs versus pull-ups, like you have to add that middle ground of assisted pull-ups, because that is in the middle of a little bit of the best of both worlds. So the cons for pull-ups are gonna be, you might not be strong enough. You might not be able to stabilize your body because you're rocking back and forth, pulling with your arms. You can't get your range of motion because your shoulders are tight. The cons of lat pull downs are quite simple. It's the ability, when you're trapped underneath that pad, you can cheat a lot, right? So you can jerk and use your legs and drive it back, and you turn it into more of a row. So a lot of times when people are doing really poor form lat pull downs, they put way too much weight on there. They pull with everything but their back, and they wonder why they aren't growing. So if you look at that, the pros and cons sheet to me are about even. So when I'm looking to design a workout program, you want to guess what I fully recommend? Both or all three. And you can eliminate pull-ups if you aren't strong enough at them, because you're gonna have to start with the assisted pull-ups, or you're gonna have to do band assisted pull-ups, which is another great exercise that John had me do for years. So what the final piece to this puzzle, outside of doing all three over the course of your month of training, is what do you feel the most? And let's say you really have a great connection with a shoulder width, neutral grip lat pull down. I say do those until you can't see straight. And then at the end of your session, after your lats are fully pumped, then come over and do assisted pull-ups and begin to connect to that exercise, get stronger, get better at it. And then eventually, when you're having no weight added to the assisted pull-up and you're able to just do freestanding pull-ups, crank those, but do those, move them up to the beginning of your workout when you're the most fresh, and take those sets to failure. So to me, it's kind of a stair-step process there. I've yet to see someone who is great at pull-ups and not have a good back. I've also not seen anyone that's great at lat pull downs who doesn't have an impressive back. So to me, the true answer is get great at both, develop a mind muscle connection with them, and then use your lats to pull. You do those, and the answer is obvious. you need both for a great back. So if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'd love to know which you prefer. Do you prefer pull-ups? Do you prefer lat pull-downs? And if so, which grip spacing and grip hand positioning do you like the most? So for me, all day long for pull-ups, I like a shoulder width neutral grip. That feels incredible to me. And then if I'm being brutally honest with the lat pull-downs, I like the single arm semi-supinated. Like, that's my goat. So again, like the video, like, share, subscribe. Chris on the CV.